Peter Jackson's time in Middle-earth has not yet come to an end, and the original cast of the Lord of the Rings movies have revealed whether they would be willing to return to the franchise. In May 2024, it was revealed that a spate of new spin-off movies were in the pipeline, with the upcoming The Hunt for Gollum set to be the franchise's first live-action movie since the Hobbit trilogy. While directorial duties on the franchise's new film have fallen to Andy Serkis, Jackson is set to produce alongside Fran Walsh and Philippe Boyens. At this year's AwesomeCon, Screen Rant's Joe Deckelmeyer hosted a panel with original Lord of the Rings cast members Liv Tyler, Arwen, John Rhys-Davies, Gimli, Sean Astin, Samwise, and Orlando Bloom, Legolas. Asked about whether they would be willing to return to the franchise for any of the future spin-off movies, the former co-stars had varying reactions to the possibility of reprising their characters. As the first to respond, Tyler admitted that she would do anything to be able to see it again. Check out her comments below. Meanwhile, both Astin and Rhys-Davies were more circumspect in their responses, with the latter suggesting that while he would return, he would rather not have to don Gimli's prosthetics again. Astin, however, was unsure how he could deliver a performance under the weight of the enormous expectations that would come with it. Check out their answers below. As for Bloom, he said that while it would be impossible to replicate the original magic of the moment, he would be keen to play Legolas again for a third time, after previously being asked to reprise him for the Hobbit trilogy. Check out his comments below. What these comments mean for the Lord of the Rings franchise. Future spin-offs will need to address the cast's age difference. While fans of the original The Lord of the Rings movies may be keen to see the various cast members return for future movies, the time that has passed since the first trilogy was released may severely limit how such appearances can occur. Already, The Hunt for Gollum is expected to see the return of both Gandalf and Aragorn, though it is still unclear whether Ian McKellen and Viggo Mortensen will be returning to play them, though it has been suggested that Mortensen's return will ultimately be dependent on the quality of the script. Finding ways to manage the actor's age difference will likely also be a major factor in deciding whether it is necessary to recast the role. While many fans would be keen to see the original Lord of the Rings cast reprise their characters, digital de-aging technology is still not an entirely seamless process and is often best used sparingly. As such, it may well be the same use of prosthetics that Rhys-Davies is so keen to avoid that could potentially be the best method to ensure continuity for many of the original cast. Yet, while the actors for Gimli and Gandalf could easily hide their own age differences behind flowing beards and latex noses, this approach would not be viable for Tyler and Bloom's elven characters. Our take on seeing the OG Lord of the Rings cast returning. The Hunt for Gollum will likely set the benchmark for other returning characters. Gollum crouching between Frodo and Sam in a cave in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. While the Lord of the Rings franchise could potentially see many original characters return for future adventures, The Hunt for Gollum will likely serve as a litmus test for how Warner Bros. Could best approach this. Whether Jackson's WTA with Macron FX can avoid the uncanny valley effect that has defined so many other attempts at digitally de-aging recognizable stars remains to be seen, but if so, there is no reason that Tyler and her other co-stars could not continue to return for any number of future movies.